Hey Abhishek, what's up man?
सर व्हाट शुड आई डू?
क्या हो गया?
कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा।
तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है तुमको यार।
आपने बोला था इंडेक्स फंड में इन्वेस्ट करो, कर दिया।
ओके।
मेरे एक फ्रेंड ने गोल्ड लिया, एक ने लैंड लिया। मुझे मिला है सबसे कम इंटरेस्ट 6%, गोल्ड वाला 25% शायद, पता नहीं, मोटा मोटा। लैंड वाले के लैंड पे एयरपोर्ट आ रहा है तो उसका प्राइस ऊपर गया।
Dude, that's not how all these different investments or asset classes actually work. So let's do one thing. In this episode, let's talk about how do you select the right asset class for you and how do you not get so parishan.
गोल्ड और लैंड के साथ
We'll cover gold and land as well. But before that, I have a story to tell you.
Story?
Like and subscribe. So in 90s, so Abhishek, tell me what your grandfather talks about the most.
Investment? FD.
Fixed deposits. And your dad?
Property, real estate.
Okay. And your mother?
Gold.
And you have a younger brother as well, right? What does he talk about?
Crypto.
He's in school, right?
NFT. पता नहीं, यही करते रहते बच्चे.
And what about you? What do you like?
Equity. वही बोला था आपने.
You're going to be 13 sometime, right? So you're millennial.
ओ भाई मारो मुझे मारो.
That's nifty right here. What if I told you every asset class, whether it's gold, whether it's real estate, whether it's fixed income like bonds or fixed deposits or equity, has its day in the sun. All of these are cyclical, right? There's some cycle to all of them, which we cannot predict. And your grandfather's time, FDs were interesting. Let me send you some data. Check it out.
You want me to open?
Yeah, open it up.
This.
Yeah, so let's look at, say, the 1940s till the 1980s. If you look at that, 1 year FD rates had touched a high of 12% on a fixed deposit. Right now,
risk-free.
I mean, yeah, low risk. And equity gives 12% right now with risk. So FD returns go from 6% all the way to 12%.
इतना ऊंचा क्यों? मतलब why is it so high?
I mean, the situation of India was different. So inflation high था. India at some point also went bankrupt during this time. Yeah, so we had to give girvi all of our gold and open the economy in 1991. But before that, inflation was high. There was political instability. Financially, our companies were not doing so well back then, and also India was not open to the world.
This is 90s, 80s वाला time.
Before, much before 90s. And before that is a protectionist economy. तो अगर बाहर से कुछ माल आता था, कोई import होता था, तो we used to add import duty to it. तो अपने prices बढ़ाते थे, right? So that because of that protectionism,
तो उसका FD से क्या?
Inflation was high. When inflation is high, to reduce inflation, interest rates go up, are hiked by the RBI, and hence FD returns are high.
Oh, 12%. तो मतलब जैसे अभी हम निफ्टी का चार्ट देखे, जो ऐसे था, ट्रेंड अप,
राइट?
तो दादाजी ने एफडी का चार्ट देखा.
करेक्ट.
एफडी का चार्ट, इंटरेस्ट का चार्ट.
Yeah, even if he didn't have a chart, he saw it go from 6 to 12%. Also, there's one more aspect, right? A certain generation talks about an asset class more because it's easily accessible and it's talked about.
उनके टाइम में बहुत ट्रेंडिंग हुआ.
So think about it. Your younger brother has seen crypto on Twitter, on Reddit, everywhere. He can see the prices. He has easy access to it. So what did dad talk about?
Property, flat land.
And mom talked about?
Gold.
Okay, let me share another table with you. Check it out. It's a table. Okay, yeah, perfect. This is the price of 10 grams of gold.
540 रुपए.
ठीक है, 1975 देखो 500 रुपए था, 1970 में 180 था, 180 rupees. And it's gone from 500, then it's gone to 1000 in 1980. Keep going down.
अब तो 60,000 है.
Now, after 80s and 90s is where our parents were growing and looking at these prices. And they're saying it's gone to 3,000, gone to 4,000, 5,000. There's a dip also. This has got to 5,000, 14,000, 26,000, 31,000. And today it's at 58,000.
60K.
Almost 60K. Now, the point is, and I'm not saying gold will continue to go up. The point is, your father has heard from his father that gold has gone from 500 all the way to 50,000, 60,000. Of course, they will think gold is amazing, and they're seeing this over decades, right? तो तभी मम्मी का bias है. She's not wrong.
मतलब मम्मियाँ तो वैसे भी रखती है ना, ऐसा सोना वोना रख लेते हैं थोड़ा.
Correct. Difference between jewelry and gold, but yes, correct.
Okay, तो मतलब ये 60,000 है अभी. If कोई अमेरिकन खरीदे तो क्या होगा? ऐसा 1000, यार वो तो बड़े आराम से खरीद लेंगे.
नहीं, don't think dollars, right? So these are Indian prices. In America, gold prices from the 80s to now have been largely sideways. You've not seen a growth like this. This is like Indian culture, right?
तो वहाँ पे वो price constant है क्या?
Like not constant, but it's been roughly the same. In India, the culture of saving is there, and the culture of having gold is there, right? Marriage में हम करते हैं, any good occasion में gold खरीदते हैं.
Gold तो
We have festival जहाँ पे एक दिन अक्षय तृतीया कहते हैं ना? अक्षय तृतीया we go and buy gold. It's part of our culture. So there is inherent demand because we are Indians. But my point is, gold has also had its day in the sun. That's why your friend said कि यार मैंने तो बहुत कमा लिया. But it may not happen every year. You're getting what I'm saying, right? It's accessibility, it's cycles. Every asset has its day in the sun, and at that point of time, your friend did. But 2009, nothing would have beaten Nifty. But we'll come to that later, and we'll talk about risk later. I want to talk about real estate. In real estate, I've already sent you the data when I sent you this. Open it up.
1 second.
And see, like
This data.
Like I said, right? Like your parents, your father also would have seen real estate go up as he was growing.
शायद.
Urbanization हो रहा था, people were moving from villages to cities, complexes बन रहे थे, industrialization is happening, Infosys, all these things happened where employment was generated. So housing prices and development happened.
मतलब तब उनको ऐसा लैंड लेने का वो होता था ना कि आप लोगे तो अच्छा बड़ा आदमी होगा.
Correct, and not wrong, right? So if you look at this is the attempt to find residential prices के prices. Look at that. Look at Bangalore.
Bangalore कौन सा वाला?
The pink one compared to say Mumbai.
Which is the orange line.
Now the problem is when I say real estate, what am I talking about? Here's the problem with real estate. The real estate has a dual purpose. People think of it as an investment. People think of it as rent seeking. I can get a rental yield from it. And people also can live inside it. So it's very unlike any other asset class. That's why there's an emotional reason attached to it.
मतलब अपना खानदानी घर,
मेरा
जमीन,
हाँ मेरा घर,
right?
So now when you're saying, now the nuances are what location, which house, what type of residential, is it commercial? You have these nuances over here, so it's very difficult to say which real estate will go up or down.
तो सबका प्राइस अलग होता है, मतलब
and इसका function भी अलग है इसका. Most people shouldn't buy real estate just for investment, right? You may look at it as a place to actually live. Your children may grow there. You'll spend your time. There's an emotional connection to it.
पर रेंट भी तो आ रहा है ना, मतलब
रेंट भी आ सकता है. Rental yield is another thing. People say it's about 3 to 4%. So if you have a house worth 1 crore, people expect a 3 lakh rupee rental yield to come from it a year. So now the question is, someone sitting over here in 2012 or 15, looking back the last 10 years, what will the guy in Chennai think about real estate versus the guy in Jaipur?
यार चेन्नई वाला तो मतलब काफी सही है ना. उसने अगर पहले लिया 2007 में कुछ 100 रुपए का, वो तो 250 पे पहुंच गया. तो मतलब उसके तो चांदी है वैसे. और अगर जयपुर वाला देखे विच इज द ग्रीन लाइन, ओके इनका तो हो गया थोड़ा, ओके इनका तो प्राइस कम हो गया.
So the same thing is over here. Every asset has its day in the sun. With real estate, geography, location, all of these other things come into.
तो मतलब ये भी इतना easy नहीं है इन्वेस्ट करना रियल एस्टेट.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's pretty nuanced. Now imagine you meet an uncle who's seen the real estate market in Jaipur versus you see an uncle who's seen the real estate market in Mumbai. So the person from Mumbai will say, real estate is good. Jaipur will say, I think it's risky. I will also think the person in Jaipur will say ki XYZ people I know have made a lot of money from real estate. So even this may not give the correct picture of real estate because the location really matters.
बहुत मुश्किल है. तो मतलब रियल एस्टेट में पैसे नहीं लगाने चाहिए.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. It's not like you should not invest in real estate. Every asset class has its day in the sun. Your job is to diversify and understand the risk for each. You can't take very high risk on your entire portfolio. Okay, so now let's move on to the next story, which is you. What asset class do you like? Equity. So open up Nifty. I'm sure you already have the chart.
Yes. अब आपने बोला ये रहा.
Notice Nifty is pretty flat, and then after 1991, the market goes up a lot. So 90s kid हो ना तुम? So you've heard of Harshad Mehta.
91 वाला. ओ हाँ वो देखी थी सीरीज. Interesting scam.
And you saw stock markets go up. You also saw stock markets go down. 2008 का crash भी शायद सुना होगा कि market गिर गया, लोग लुट गए,
बर्बाद हो गए थे, बहुतों की जॉब भी गई थी.
And then market went up again. So you've seen two cycles, two really large cycles.
Oh, 91 वाला. Oh, अच्छा. COVID भी तो है.
COVID also, correct. COVID also. So you've seen these cycles. That's why you believe in Nifty a little more. You also see Nifty on Twitter, on YouTube. People talk about index fund. कहते हैं बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया.
और आपने ही बोला.
But you still get upset with 6% return.
Because आपने बोला था.
Patience. So people our age generally tend to like equities a little more. But if you were in America, you would probably think the same thing. But what if you were in Japan? Open Nikkei, and it's Nikkei 225. It's a list of 225 top stocks in Japan, and they made an index out of it.
This one.
This one. Look at that. Very different from. And go back to Nifty. Look at Nifty. Go back to Nikkei.
Mount Everest आया, उसके बाद नीचे.
Mount Everest के बाद just never trekked up. So people in Japan are likely to not think equity is great.
दिख रहा है.
हाँ, because they have this history over here. तो यहाँ पे भी geography matters on what the asset class is. Could this be India way into the future?
Equity?
It could. It could. May not happen soon, but it could happen in the future. The first takeaway from this episode is that every investment or asset class has its day in the sun. तो आपको diversify करना चाहिए.
मतलब अलग-अलग जगहों पे पैसे डालो.
Correct.
Okay.
And the second thing is you should know the risk for each asset class. जहाँ पे risk कम है, return भी कम है. जहाँ पे risk ज़्यादा है, the potentially return can be higher. Which means
मतलब okay. Equity versus land में भी risk ज़्यादा है.
Equity में ज़्यादा है.
अच्छा.
Which is why equity gives better risk-adjusted returns. So returns in equity are better than real estate. At least what the data we have is better, and equity comes on top. But because you're taking more risk,
higher return.
High risk, high return. That's why you cannot invest in equity for 1 year. You have to think 5-10 years. Because high risk. It's the nature of the asset class. And speaking of risk, if you have really high risk to earn high return, you can also susu in your pants.
पैंट गीली हो जाएगी तेरी, गीली.
Like crypto. So this is Bitcoin. Looks good, right?
हाँ, मतलब अच्छा खासा है.
No, it's pretty good actually. And
Cool spike.
what about Open Doge? What's that? Elon Musk is Doge, right?
Doji.
Open Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
That's Dogecoin.
What is this?
This is the price of Dogecoin. Do you think crypto is high risk or low risk?
High risk.
Super
because
high
you
risk.
don't know कि इसका क्या होने वाला है.
It's a 12-year-old asset class, and we still don't know what's going to happen.
But super high risk मतलब super high reward भी.
Yes, correct. So this is super high reward. And why don't you open Luna?
Luna. ये कैसा डेटा है? ये डेटा है?
So this is Luna's chart. What do you notice?
लुटिया डूबी.
हाँ?
वो प्राइस जीरो है इसका. है ही नहीं.
Correct. The price went from that high over there all the way to zero. It's zero.
बस खत्म.
You lost everything. Look at that. Luna USD 0.000062. It's gone. So now tell me, if you have 1 lakh rupees, how will you invest it?
आप दे रहे हैं ना?
हाँ मैं दे दूंगा.
Okay, done.
नहीं दूंगा.
Emotional damage.
कैसे करते?
Okay, serious question. I think अब मैं ना अलग-अलग asset class में डाल दूंगा. तो for example थोड़ा सा land में, थोड़ा सा equity में, gold में भी डाल ही देते हैं. सब तरफ डाल सकते हैं.
You have to answer personally. Are you gonna equally do it, or are you gonna give a little more weightage to maybe some asset class?
Equity को देंगे पक्का.
That's your personal choice. As long as you understand.
मतलब मेरा ही है.
But if you look at the math, these are all of the asset classes and their historical returns. Equity is on top with the best returns. I've excluded crypto because I don't think we have a lot of information yet. And look at everything else. So the answer is diversify. Understand the risk. उस हिसाब से allocate करो and let time do the talking. The time is what will give you the
वक्त
money.
के साथ पैसा बन जाएगा.
Correct. If you thought this episode was good, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Say great job Abhishek in the comments.
And sir.
And
teacher.
Okay. And hit that like and hit the subscribe and tell us next episode mein what do you want us to cover. We're also talking in Hindi and English now.
English.
So hope that is good because everyone in the chat was saying, in the comments was saying Hindi. But we also have subtitles, so let me know if this worked. And see you in the next episode. Right, Abhishek?
Bye.
Huh? Can you give me a treat now?
किस बात?
मैंने बहुत सिखा दिया आपको.
रिटर्न आएगा ना अभी 10 साल बाद.